So if you watch my first video, it was on the Pulse V2 AIO, and it was like my first impression, and this is basically going to be a review because I've had this since it first came out. And it's the Vape CENTAURUS B80. Basically, I'll show you what came in the box, and I'll put a build in it and tell you what I think. So you'll get these two coils. One's 40 to 60, and one's 60 to 80. You'll also get these gaskets to the Boro, and then you'll get this for the two coils. You'll get your normal like warnings and user manual, and you'll also get your Barbie screwdriver, and you'll get another Boro tank. Now, chimney. You'll get your extra chimney, and that's because you cannot take this out and put this in another Boro tank. And you can't put another Boro inside of this. You have to put this on here, and this unscrews, and there'll be a little O-ring on here, so be careful. I mean, you have extras, but be careful because it's came off there when I've been cleaning it. It slid off there a few times. But yeah. And that other one just screws on like that, and then you can put it in other Boro tanks. But I like this one because I can leave juice in here, and like if I need to, you know, re-wick it or something like that, I don't have to dump my juice out. So yeah, I like that. So anyways, so you get the CENTAURUS Boro, now I'm gonna go ahead and put a build in there. Now this is dual 28 gauge with 38 gauge on the outside, Nichrome 80. So and just like the last one, just a normal fuse Clapton. I made it myself. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I need to try other types of coils or something from other places, but I got those Wotofo coils, and like I said before, I got all kinds of different ones. I got the aliens, and I think I got like frame staples. I got a good bit of them, but the only ones that I kind of even liked how they vaped was the frame staples. I didn't like any of the aliens. See if I can get this to point down. I'll try to get you guys to see as much as you can, but I'm working on getting um, something to hold my phone and lighting and all that, so I can do a little bit more videos about stuff. So about right there is where I put the coil. Yeah, about right there. Because I gotta pull up on it anyways. Yeah, that's about it right there. Now, if you pull it up too high past this, it will short out on the top cap. I'd say, about right there. I mean, you can always take the top cap out. That's what I do usually. I'll take the top cap out and I cut my legs off. I've never really had. I mean, it's the top cap's actually really close to these, but in all reality, I've actually never had any trouble with it shorting out from the legs. I kind of just push them up a little bit and take my wire cutters and yeah. I mean, I can kind of feel them a little bit, and if I do, I just take a pulley tool and push. Put my hand back here and push in. Do the same over here. Push in. Feel. Yep. That feels about right. Retighten. Retighten. Okay. That looks about right. I'll probably move it over this way. Like that. See it real quick. Then I put this on. Enough. Couldn't really see what I was doing. There we go. Come on, buddy. What are you doing right now? Alright. I hate strumming these things, but sometimes I guess you just got to. I'll fight with it for a minute and try not to heat it too much, because I heat my stuff on low. 16. Man. I don't like to apply too much heat to them. But he's heating perfect. There is no hot spots. See? No hot spots. Put the cap on. This is part of messing with Boros. You know, it's just what it is. Oh yeah, he's warm. Let's go. No. I move it around a little bit. See if anything hits. Because let me tell you something. This Boro is finicky. The Boro mod. Finicky. Okay? I'll get into that later, but let go of this. One more time. No hot spots. Okay? Ugh. I'm OCD. Just gonna let you know now. And it's crooked. So we'll let that cool off for a second and I'll fire it one more time. Check these screws. They also do loosen up too, so if you see that your stuff isn't firing right and you can't get rid of your hot spots, which a lot of people that mess with these already know all that stuff, you know, but some people might want to jump into it. They're real stressful sometimes, so but anyways, if you're seeing that your coil's not heating up, sometimes instead of just messing with it like I just did, I mean, just loosen your screw and tighten it back up, and most of the time it will heat, you know, it'll fix it. But I was just doing the rookie thing, fighting with it when I knew what to do. Yeah, it's heating fine. No hot spots. Alright. Today I'll be using cotton bacon. I'm trying to learn how to use it a little bit better with these. I mean, it works perfect in tanks for me. I mean, I've got it in the Blotto right now on the Go R21. I've got, I mean, I've used it in this stuff, you know, and it doesn't give me any problems, but I cannot get it to wick right in Boros. So I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. So I've just been trying different ways. I've tried just putting it in there, like just pulling it off there, putting it in there. I've tried the spreading it method. You know, I just keep trying different ways. So, and it's not like I'm new to this. It's just certain cotton gives me trouble. It's good cotton, but These Boros give me a little trouble. Just certain ones though. And this one right here, depending on what juice I put in there, it has a little trouble wicking, so. I have watched review after review after review, and I've wicked the same way they wick. The same way. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There's like I don't know if it's where they're using more, like more than one, more, more than 3 or 4 vapes, because that's what I use. I use 3 or 4 vapes at a time. So I mean, it still sits there. It has time to wick. You know, I'm not hitting it back to back to back. I mean, it has time to soak up. So I don't know, man. I don't know. If I put too much in there, I don't get no flavor. If I don't put enough, now look. I'm not forcing anything. Look, tension. That's what you need when you wick stuff. Tension. But you still want it to move around freely. So, still a little long. I gotta cut it a little bit shorter. You got these wicking ports right here. See if I can get it lifted up. See those? They're not very big. They look big, but they're not. But it does go through the bottom right here. So. moves around freely. I usually make my own juice, but my flavor order was, you know, late coming in, so I ended up having to get some juice for the first time in years, and I've always wanted to try this stuff, and it's actually not that bad. It's really not that bad. I like it. I do like my juices sweet, and I've never liked apple ever. Like, never been an apple person or a grape person for real. But I was like, sure, why not? I'll try something different. Let me try something different. And this is the only one that they had in this flavor, and I was or in this brand. And I was like, hey, I've always wanted to try that. What do people say about that? And he was like, he really didn't have much to say. And I was like, well, anyway, just let me get that. So he did, and let me tell you, I really do like it. I mean, it's really good. It really is. Well, that's what we got. Okay. Let's get this thing together. There is a right and a wrong way to put this one together. Just like most of them that are set, they have one, they're only supposed to go to one tank. Most of them are like that. So and it'll be this part right here. The back one don't have it, but the front does. So that part right there, that air hole right there, goes to the front with the plug. What am I doing? Trying to look in the phone at the same time. So that's what I do. Let me see. Yep. So that's what it'll look like. Negative, positive. I like this because it has a battery wrap and it's really not that long. It really isn't. ODB. Now, you see these two prongs right here? There's a few RBAs. Let me put this back up here. So, yes, you can use, I keep saying RBAs. You can use other Boros in here. You can. But it's limited. Like, I've put the wicked in here, and it won't work for me. It'll work for a minute, and then it shorts out. I don't know. I don't know if it's just mine. I don't know if it's working, if it's the same for other people, but from what I see is that anything that has a bigger positive pin, if it hits that, like the first pin on this side, it's fine. Like I can use any of the mobs I can use in here. But if I put something that has a bigger positive pin, and it hits that other pin, it won't work. So that's one thing that I have noticed. But it took me a minute to realize what was going on. So, and I didn't think that I'd like this drip tip, but I actually like it. This one. I don't like this one. It looks funny. It's bigger. It's a big drip tip. It looks. I'll show you what it looks like. I think it looks funny. I don't know. Let's see. So it is reading more than it was. It come out to a 0.45 or 0.47, 4547, and it's coming out to a 0.52 on here. So eventually it'll probably come out to it bounces. Very clicky. It has a lot of airflow. I mean, even once you put the panel on here, this drip tip is big. I think it takes away from the flavor. Simple fuse Clapton, and it tastes great. Great. Like I said, I've had other coils that people love, and that's fine, but I just get some wire optimum wire and got my little setup right here, make my coils, and it tastes great. How's it perform? I mean, it's great, man. It is, I mean, it's instant. It's heavy. You're gonna feel it in your pocket. Like I said, it's heavy. It's way heavier than this, and this has a Boro. It has a Boro in it, and it has a battery in it. So both metal, but this one's bigger. But there you go. But it's thicker. This one's heavier. But it vapes good, and I mean, you won't go wrong getting it. You're just going to be limited on what you put in it. I mean, that's what I got to say about it. I mean, you won't go wrong getting it. It's a good little budget friendly Boro mod, and the RBA is not bad. I like it. Sometimes I have trouble wicking it, but other times it vapes great. For me, it does better with higher like ohm builds in there. It doesn't do very well with 0.2 for me. It doesn't do very well with that in there, or even 0.3. I have to put like a 0.5 in there or something like that to get it to vape for me direct alone. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like button. That would help me out a lot. I appreciate the views. Vape on.